cutting horse was born on the open range, where ranchers would gather vast herds for branding, doctoring, and drive them up the famous trails to feed a hungry nation over 100 years ago. Some horses were better suited for separating a cow from the herd, becoming the royalty of the remuda. Ranchers would brag and bet on who had the best cutting hoss, and competitions arose. These select few were crossbred to create what we have today.
If you can't cut it, move out the way. Let me in there, get out my way. Got me a cutting horse and we have style. We have technique, we're gonna dance a while. Dance, dance. Cutting.
Howdy folks, Kenny Ehmeyer here for the Weekend Cutter. Come join us as we take you on a trip from the practice pen to the show arena and let you listen in as top cutting horse trainers prepare their students to compete in the Western industry's most exciting equine sport. So sit back, relax, and you'll learn what it takes to become a top weekend cutter right here on RFD TV.
Cutting horse dance. To the left, to the right.
Iconoclast Sports Boots. Visit westernlegacysales.com.
Cutting horse dance. Left, right, left, right.
Hi, I'm Paul Hansma, Hall of Fame cutting horse trainer. I've been feeding Top of the Rockies alfalfa cubes from Manzanola Feeds for 2 or 3 years now. And I really like their convenience, the quality, and there's no mess, no waste. They're very easy and convenient to take to the shows with me. I like how my horses look, and I would recommend Manzanola Feeds. Give them a call.
Colson Real Estate is proud to present 2 exquisite properties in Weatherford, Texas, the heart of cutting horse country. The first is Lindy Birch's 34-acre ranch and comes with an incredible home and awesome covered arena and training facility. The second is a 115-acre ranch with new cedar post fencing and stone entryway. This is a gorgeous property and a great location. For more details, contact Colson Real Estate, colson.com.
Oh baby, come on. Oh baby, come on. Oh baby, come on. It's so neat to meet you, baby, where the action is. Oh baby, come on. Oh baby, come on. Oh baby, come on. It's so neat to meet you, baby, where the action is.
The Season 1 DVD set has over 9.5 hours of instruction and lesson from the top amateur-friendly trainers in the country. 26 entire episodes filmed literally from Florida to California. You'll have to be horseback in the practice pen with the trainers on our show to get this valuable information. The bloopers and outtakes from our first 26 episodes make this DVD set hard to pass up. Visit theweekendcutter.com to get yours now.
Well, folks, here we are out at Lindy Birch's beautiful place. Lindy was gracious enough to let me come out here and knock something off my bucket list to come out here and let her pick on me. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
I tell you what, this is something I've wanted to do for a long time.
Excellent.
So, are you ready to
I'm ready.
pick on me a little bit?
I am.
Okay, well let's go see if I can put some of this to practice.
Okay, now step up and across, Kenny. Get across, right in her eye. Right in her eye, right in her eye, all the way. Okay, easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. Now, remember your feet, okay? Feet, both feet, both feet. There. Both, wait, now both feet.
Ooh.
Good. Both feet.
Who?
Wait, you're all right. Wait, make him be responsible. Now go, both feet, both feet. You're not using your foot. I did not see that foot move. Wait, right there, all the way across. Look, see, you're at that cow's hip. You should be at her shoulder. There we go. All the way. More left leg, Kenny. Use your leg to make him get over there. That's it. Easy, Rob. Easy, easy. Okay, good. Stay hooked. Leave your hand down. Just use those feet when that cow moves. Feet, a little bit. Ah. Okay, see where he's fading back?
Yeah.
A little more, little stronger with that herd side foot so he doesn't fade back. There you go. Watch your cow, Kenny. Watch your cow. All the way. Rock him back. Now drop him again. But make him stay up with your feet. Use your feet. Kick, kick. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, right there. Use those feet. Now. Now, if I can get you to do that going to your right, we'll be in business. Stay up. Keep him up. Keep him up. There you go. Good. All the way. Whoa. Now, let's cut one more cow. Kenny, I'll give you $5 if you'll kick him with this leg.
With the left leg.
I'll give you $5. Rob, you got $5 on you? When you go this way, you're like wishing him over there, but look, this is how your leg's moving. It's like, it's not going in here.
Okay.
So when I'm wanting you to get, like if you're the cow, I'm wanting you to go.
Okay.
See? See him stop? Mm-hmm. But you got to get him over there so he has to stop.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes,
Left
ma'am.
leg. Good choice. Good choice. Good cut. Keep coming up, Kenny. Up. Left leg. Left leg. Little more. Break him off over there. There. Now drop. Just wait right there. Go. Go. Both feet. Keep your feet in front of you, not behind you. Keep your feet in front of you. Good. Wait. Just stop over there. Let the cow turn him. Let the cow do the turning. There. Good. Wait. Let the cow turn him. There you go. Slow down going here. Just stay up, but slow down. Perfect. Wait. Wait for the cow now. Back him up there a little bit. There, now go. Drop your hand. Good. There you go. All the way. Catch him over there. But kick him over there first. Wait. Stop before you turn. Whoa. Good. Keep him hooked. All the way. Whoa, hang on.
Hang on.
See, a little more left leg over there. You're kind of coming out to that cow just a little bit.
Okay.
Read your cow. Drop your hand. Drop your hand. There. Oh, sit. Good. Sit. Good. Whoa. Good job. Right there. Stop him right there.
Well, Lindy, I got some stuff to work on.
Well, we all do. And if the moment we don't work on things every day, whether it's me or you or anybody, then you're stagnant. That's the way I always look at it. So I work on things every day and try to get better. And hopefully I learn something every day that allows me to get better.
Well, I'm gonna go home and work on getting him across, and maybe kind of turning him off on them cow to the right, kind of turning him off of those cows to maybe improve, but using my left foot going over there
Right.
more.
And
most importantly.
basically any horse that just cuts a lot and gets showed a lot and shows on a lot of cattle, and sometimes they're not the best cattle, as we know, they get into a few bad habits, but they're not killers. I mean, they're
Right.
easily fixed. And the thing with him that I saw is just we want to make sure that you get across that cow into that sweet spot where you can control her. So across her, right in her eye, and stop before you turn, and then just make sure that both the left and the right are the same. So you're not fading back one way and staying up on the right, which is what you were doing. So what we're going to do here is to bring him up, make him go straight across that pen to the left, and make him fall back a little bit to the right, but hit his stop. And that's going to mean you need to use that left leg on him a little bit, or both feet across all the way over there to that stop, and then let the cow turn, he turns, then you turn. Okay?
Okay. Well, let's do that. Next thing we're going to do is, since I'm not the only one that had it on my bucket list to listen to you, let's go back to the porch.
Okay,
and
I'm ready.
we'll listen to some fan questions.
Hi, I'm Lynette Brendel. I'm a non-pro from Santa Rosa, California, and the Weekend Cutter will be right back after these messages.
There is something about the outside of a horse that is good for the inside of us all. You know it's true. Return the favor. Connect to the power of performance. Total Equine Horse Feed. Wellness for your horse's performance and well-being. Good inside. TotalEquine.info.
One of the most physically and demanding tasks required of the cow horse is holding the cow. Every joint, ligament, and muscle is tested to its limits. To keep your cutting horse on the cutting edge, Precision Joint Solution developed the most innovative joint supplement on the market today. By combining two exclusive ingredients, it supports the joints by decreasing inflammation, hindering cartilage breakdown, and increasing recovery time. Precision, the cutting edge for the cutting horse.
You ever think you'll see this again, Buster Welch showing at Will Rogers?
Hi, this is Chubby Turner. Welcome back to the Weekend Cutter.
Lindy, here's a few questions from some of our viewers. John Tyree, he's an amateur and just started winning some checks, rides with Ben Roberson. How do you see us getting more people interested in cutting?
You know, there's the best way is if somebody ever rides a cutting horse, they usually are spoiled for life. A good one. Just to be able to throw your hand down and have the horse take a hold is usually all it takes. Puts a big smile on anybody's face. But I think it starts with being, how do you know all that information? You have to really become a member of your local affiliate, and then hopefully the NCHA, where you get all that information, and you can get it right off our website. And of course the website's free. You can always log on to that. But I think we get more people into cutting. We have several good classes that we offer at the beginner level, entry level. And most of those are amateur classes. The 2000, of course, is a great class because you don't have to own your own horse. So there are ways to get involved. They just have to see the cutting or hear about it. Your program has been fabulous because many people don't even know what a cutting horse is, and they latch onto the Weekend Cutter and they find out all about it. So I think programs like yourself, like this one, is a great thing to encourage people, or to at least educate people about our great sport. At all the stock shows when we have cuttings, I mean, we set up booths and give pamphlets out and sell memberships so people can get involved in cutting.
Sure.
And it may still be one of the best kept secrets, but once you get involved in cutting, I think there's no better group of people, and I don't think there's any group of people that will help you more than cutters.
Well, it is. I can attest, going from coast to coast and knowing these people and knowing people, for the most part, load up their horses and their dogs and their kids and go to a cutting somewhere close to them. We've got cutters on the East Coast that may just want to go to Fort Worth as a spectator, you know, and because that's kind of like the Super Bowl
Sure it is.
of our sport. And people like you are the Super Bowl heroes and are great sports stars, you know. NASCAR has their stars and football has their stars. Well, myself, I was a fan and a spectator a long time before I ever threw my leg over a real cutting horse.
And
but
you said you saw it first at Houston.
I saw it first at Houston, the Houston Livestock
Right.
Show and Rodeo in 2000. Was the first NCHA, big NCHA cutting that I'd ever been to. You know, down East Houston, there wasn't a lot of cuttings, and there still isn't in that southeast part of Texas. But it was always big, and I'd always made sure. I used to take clients. I was in sales in the crane rental business. I'd take clients and go sit down and watch the cutting. And it was right across the street from where our yard was on Fannin and 610. But that was a question. How do you see us getting more people involved in our sport and clinics, accessible clinics, and getting with trainers?
I think there's a huge number of trainers that really focus on the beginner.
Specialize,
You know,
if you
and
will.
I think that is you know, if you just contact the affiliate president or secretary, they can give you a list. And of course, NCHA produces a professional trainers directory that has everybody's numbers on.
Oh, sure. You
So it's just a question of having the uninformed public see a cutting, and usually just like I did when I was 13 years old, I just had to see it once.
Walked
and-
across the street and sat on the fence, and that was
That's
it for you.
That was it for me. But maybe I'm a little more simple than most people. It only took me one time. I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Hi, I'm Aaron Hughes, a Don Pro from Heber City, Utah, and the Weekend Cutter will be right back.
What separates us from the rest of the bits out there? What makes these bits so unique? These bits are unique in the sense that these are all American made. Every bit's handmade, made right here in Gainesville, Texas. All three of these bits from start to finish, each one covers a different age or a different area, different stage in training, from your 2-year-old all the way to the finished horse. This is a bit made by horsemen for horsemen.
There are really no obstacles in getting a horse insured anymore. You don't need to find a vet. You don't need to load the horse up in the trailer to go get it vetted. You don't need to pay for those x-rays. All you have to do is find a phone, and we all know we have one of those at the tip of our fingers no matter where we're at, and just call 1-800-228-8664. And if you know you're going to be picking up a horse on a Saturday or Sunday, call us on Friday, and we'll get it all put together, and that horse will be insured when you load it up in the trailer.
Hi, I'm Paul Hansma, Hall of Fame cutting horse trainer. I've been feeding Top of the Rockies alfalfa cubes from Manzanola Feeds for 2 or 3 years now. And I really like their convenience, the quality, and there's no mess, no waste. They're very easy and convenient to take to the shows with me. I like how my horses look, and I would recommend Manzanola Feeds. Give them a call.
I'm Ashley Reese from Texarkana, Texas, and this is Ballface Julie. Welcome back to the Weekend Cutter.
What piece of advice or pieces of advice would you give the women riding today, and what was the best piece of advice you ever received?
That's interesting. The the best piece of advice that I received having to do with me being a woman was I didn't know any better not to try hard, I
Right.
guess, to put it mildly. And whatever I did, I was a big athlete in school and played competitively in all sports, and went to college actually on a tennis scholarship. So I've always competed, but if the best piece of advice I had was, don't ever bellyache or moan about being a girl in front of the guys. That's just shows you're weak. You may get a lot of attention, but it's still maybe not the right attention, not the attention I wanted to get anyway. And just do your job, work a little harder, and if you, back then too, before say the glass ceiling was broke, I probably was undermarked a little bit because I was a woman or a girl or not a famous name. But I didn't complain about it, and I didn't dwell on it. I just decided I'd just be a little better next time.
Play a little harder.
That's right, just kind of cowboy up, or in my instance, cowgirl up. Either way, but you just keep your mouth shut, work hard, and just go after it if you want it bad enough. All you need, it's like I just did this little industry leaders panel at CSU here Friday morning, and I told the young college students at my table, I said, the only thing you need, to me, that you should ask for to compete or to get better is a shot, one shot. You need to get your foot in the door, whatever horse somebody gives you to start on, whatever horse you can acquire to start on, you make that one horse just as good as it can be. You work hard, you study your cattle, you're prepared properly, you get the best help. And then you do the best you can. Now you may not beat Bet Your Blue Boons, but that doesn't matter. People will recognize and respect you for the job you do with what you have in any sport, I think. So again, you don't make excuses, and I never make excuses. I don't ever blame the judges. I don't ever blame anybody but myself. But I think that's one reason that I've persisted as long as I have and have the record I have and achieved what I have achieved is that I don't blame anybody but myself. So if I need to fix something or I need to get better or that run wasn't worthy of a 75, it was a 69, then that's my doing. That's on me. I fix it.
You fix it. So take the shot given to you and work hard. One last question. This one's from a lady named Lisa Jenkins. If you had to pick one thing that every great cutting horse must have, what would it be?
Cow sense.
Cow sense. Natural, born into them, cow sense, that's something you can't manufacture.
Right, and that doesn't necessarily mean they have to be by the leading stallion and out of the leading mare producer of our industry. But it means they have to have cow sense. And a lot of horses haven't and have never cut. That's unlikely, but most of we have done such a great job breeding a line of cow horses throughout the decades. And they've only gotten better. And I think that they're cowier, they're easier to train than horses 20 years ago and 30 years ago. They're a lot more hot-blooded, and everybody says we have Doc Barr to thank for that, which is probably true. But I don't think you can have an athlete, a great athlete, but if they don't have any cow sense, if they don't really want to work a cow, it's a pretty plain picture. It's pretty plain vanilla. They'll go left, right, because we have phenomenal trainers today, phenomenal, and a huge depth of good trainers. So they can train them. They can train anything to turn around. And then the advent of the flag, I think, has helped with that a lot too. But to me, too mechanical of a horse working, where it's just a mechanical stop, turn, no expression, no desire, no bird dog look, to me is pretty boring. although it'll probably get you to the set and go, it won't get you much further than that.
Right.
Not with the cattle that we work
Not
today.
with
They're a
the
little
cattle
tricky. I think our cutting horses have more brains, and I think our cattle have gone the other way as far as what we raise and work. But I'd say, without a doubt, unequivocally, it would be cow sense.
Well, and that makes sense, because it's kind of hard to have a cow horse that doesn't have cow sense.
Right.
Doesn't make much sense.
And I'm just square enough to be holding on to that cow sense part of it.
Well, folks, that's the end of our second part of our Legends episode with the great Lindy Birch. Hope you enjoyed everything in both of these episodes, from me visiting with her to me taking a lesson from her to you folks getting to participate with your viewer questions. Hope Lindy got to answer some of those for you. Y'all be sure and stay tuned and come cut up with us a little bit next week on the Weekend Cutter.